Game time! Woo!
What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, with a live video. What's going on, gentlemen? It's Friday night, and I don't know what the heck I'm doing here, but we're about to go live. Boop.
Did you take too much time off, Carl? You forgot the intro? We only have 4 intros to get through before the show actually begins, my friend. What happened?
You guys got me in these headphones, man. I don't know what the heck is going on with these things.
Could you have found a weirder set of headphones? Like, did they have something that was like...
They do look pretty weird.
What are you talking about? Weird? What's wrong with his headphones?
Yeah, what's
like
wrong with
headphones?
They've got a little body thing underneath, and then you got a top. Like, I don't know what's going on
antenna
there.
attached to them. What are you
It's a
talking
little
about?
comfort strap. Calm down. Leave the man alone. Jeez. God, you
Carl,
guys
I didn't know you used a strap on.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
What up, YouTube?
Hold on. Here we go. And go.
What up, YouTube? I'm not everybody's cup of tea. It's your boy, Detroit Love, P-Dubs Arcade Love, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Friday night just got live.
Wow.
Now let's do the awkward nostalgia intro.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, it's from Aladdin. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, I'm really happy to see Carl and Steven today. Good to see you, boys.
how you doing?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Mike, it's okay. You're here too.
What does that mean?
I think
know
you
what
know
I mean.
exactly what that means,
You
bub.
know what I mean.
Are you saying I'm not important enough to garner a, hello or friendship?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
He's
We got-
saying, I'm
That's kind of
Pac-Man,
exactly what he said.
he's Super Pac-Man,
Yeah, like
and you're Pac-Land.
like Taylor Swizzle said, Mike, we got bad blood right now.
Why do we have bad blood?
You know why. So, congratulations.
I know why. Congratulations.
So, cue the music.
And you know what? It's your show, man. Goodbye.
Yeah, Mike, you do it.
Yeah,
Oh, look what you did. Look what you did.
there we go. That's now.
Anyways, gentlemen, listen.
For Genie Diary.
I'm corporately wanted. I could be on other shows like Arcade One Update. I don't need this shit.
Carl, it's just you and me, baby.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's do it. So what's going on?
Oh, well, today we're going to be talking about some pinball, and more pinball. Okay.
That's right. Okay, cool.
Uh,
I actually haven't even looked at our thumbnail. So, what specifically are we talking? I'm assuming we're going to talk about this Chicago Pinball Expo.
Yes, absolutely. Chicago Pinball, man. And you don't want to miss
We're back, baby.
Oh,
We're
no
back.
kidding.
We're back. We're back. You know what's funny is Mike and I talked. Mike and I talk a lot. I swear, Mike, I think I talk to you more than I talk to my wife, but don't tell her that. And what's funny is Mike and I talked like 10 times on Monday before we did our streams. I did my stream on Monday. Mike did his stream on Monday. And then everyone thought Mike and I had some beef with each other, but we never did. Mike and I talked after our streams. We talked 10 times on Tuesday, 10 times on Wednesday, and just laughing at all the people having panic attacks thinking that Mike and I had beef. Guys, Mike and I will never have beef unless we're at Chicago at a Portillo's and I treat Mike to the real Italian beef sandwich with all the mozzarella and the hot peppers. Oh my God. Woo! You know what I'm saying?
Last time someone told me they were going to treat me to hot beef was when me and Nostalgia were in Ottawa, and it wasn't the treat I hoped it was.
Well, you still enjoyed it regardless. So,
Paul Minderman, for some
He
reason,
had the meat sweats. That was the problem.
Is this directed towards nostalgia?
see, he can say whatever he wants to say. At the end of the day, we all know how much he likes me. He talks about me the most because it's like a little high school crush. I get it. It's okay,
Yeah.
Paul. Nothing to be ashamed of, buddy.
Mike, just remind me when I'm on the air, I have to control my feelings, I have to control my emotions, and I have to make sure that I don't inject any personality or personal opinions into any conversations. I have to sit here like it's BBC. Ladies and gentlemen, on this next segment, we are going to talk about the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. I will not share any personal opinions about this product for fear of retribution from other people who don't like my opinion. Let's move on forward. Go ahead, Michael B. Tell me about the Legends Pinball 4K.
It's a product that's available through AtGames.
That is wonderful to hear. Detroit Love, how do you feel about the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K?
Man, I love the AtGames Pinball.
The AtGames.
The AtGames 4K Pinball is the best. It looks like a pinball. It's the Pinball 2.0 I've been asking for from the start. It's finally here. It's on discount right now. If you want some pinball, get it while it's cheaper. That's what I say about it. Well, 18.
That's not me.
I love life.
What? Really, guys? I can't. What, BBC? I can't be. You guys like the BBC News?
Yeah, you can't really disrespect.
I can't make fun of BBC News.
No.
Oh, man.
So what
That
was
stinks.
you remember Major League 2 when the manager had the heart attack and he was in there watching the game, but he was pretending he was watching what, Coronation Street, was it, on the thing? He's like, oh, I love this British shit.
I love it. I love all this British stuff going on here. We're having a little bit of fun. Calm down. It's a Friday night. You're off work. Hopefully you're off for the rest of the weekend. You got time to play video games. You got time to go out and enjoy the fall weather. You got time to get ready for Halloween. Spend time with your family, your loved ones, your kids. Life is good. Life is good right now. Don't be so upset with what people say on the internet. All right. Guys, we got a big show tonight because we are going to have what we like to call our couch. What are we going to call these? Our couch reactions to everything we saw at the Chicago Pinball Expo, as well as what else?
We've got our first look at the AtGames Legends Pinball 4KP. We get to see the final physical edition. We think it's the final physical edition that they brought to Chicago, as well as some early gameplay of Zen Pinball FX, with a disclaimer that this is an early build and not the final version. They're still working to optimize it. So Anyways, we'll talk about that a little bit. Plus, today was one of the biggest days in console gaming release history. I was one of those fools that pre-ordered and went and lined up at GameStop to pick up my games this morning. Super Mario Brothers Wonder and Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 5 came out, and gamers rejoiced. So we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Is Super Mario good? I noticed, like, when I turned on YouTube earlier, everyone was streaming that game.
Yeah, so the reviews have been really, really positive. I'm gonna lower my expectations because one of the reviews I watched, it was like watching nostalgia, because the guy was like, "Oh, finally, the sequel to Super Mario World we never got," and I was like, "There's been like 15 sequels to Super Mario World. Super Mario Bros. U was a sequel to Super Mario World. You idiot!"
What does that have to do with me?
Yeah.
I talk
Because
about
that's
sequels?
the kind of shit opinions from these millennial crap.
Oh,
like
I
you.
understand the terribly connected dots there. I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I was talking about BBC News, guys. Don't be so weird in the live chat. You guys are weird. What do you guys watch on the internet? Good Lord.
And Michael B, could you have just stood in line at your couch with your controller in your hand and bought this game?
Why would anyone do that? Why do
digitally.
people do that?
Isn't
Why
it
ruin,
real?
why
Mike-
ruin the video game industry by
Well-
buying digital content?
Well, if you
They
think about
get
it,
the same amount of money for it without having to produce any cases, artwork, or any of those things.
I know,
if
but
you-
at the end
if
of the
you
day, you lose all
remember-
your power as a consumer.
if you remember next year, a lot of these stores aren't going to be carrying physical media anymore. Maybe Mike just wants to enjoy one last walk in the sun, right, Mike? One last walk. In
Oh,
the sun.
well, some stores
pick up
aren't going to be,
physical
because I'm telling you right now,
It's going to happen
ladies and
everywhere,
gentlemen,
baby.
ladies
It's
and
over.
gentlemen, if now's not the time, I don't know when, go out and pick up stock in GameStop, because GameStop is going to continue to carry physical games, and they're going to be the only horse in town. And us gamers, we like the physical games. We want something
Yeah.
for our money. We don't just want a digital code. So I think right now, these game stores that are going to still continue to carry the physical copies, dear God, let it continue.
Yeah.
They're the way to turn, because if Best Buy, Walmart are getting out of the DVD and movie business, I mean, you don't have much other places to turn to now going forward.
Yeah. Should we start the show?
No,
We're doing
we
a
still got more
show.
to talk
We
about.
just hang out on Friday nights.
Well, before we start the show, we have to say hi to who's here in the live chat. If you want to possibly get a shout out within the next 120 seconds, you better throw a hello in the live chat now and let us know you're here. Starting from the bottom, working our way up. Dr. Freeman, Jaster, Paul Minderman, Andy's Game Room, Ritual Dello, Al Vickman, MG is he, Alfred Berger, The Fist of Love is here. The Cyber Side, The Fist of Love, Scott Dworkin, JJ, 19K Fox. Oh, putting on his aftershave in the live chat. I bet that's what he's doing right now as well. Worst Jago is here. Like to see Worst Jago here. Kevin Clausen, Sonic Fun, Canada Phil, Andy's Game Room, Sonic Fun, Cyber Siles, Chris NXNW. That's a lot of letters, my friend. Jaster Mariel. Who else is here? Oh, wait, let's see if we got any late people popping in who wanted to get a shout out. Jeremy K, the Big Daddy is here. Holy cow. Darkroom Arcade. Nostalgia is here. Time to turn the stream off. Quentin's here. Cogs Are Us. Scotty B, Cyan Sirits. The Sith Lord Lex is here as well. Watch out, guys. The dark side of the Force is in the live chat. All right, guys, there we go. Welcome to the show. If we missed you, we'll get you next time. All right. Oh, wait, hold on. We have to acknowledge Hermano.
Hermano's here.
Everyone in the live chat, acknowledge Hermano. And if you don't, he'll make more horrible Photoshop images of us.
They're not horrible. They're fantastic. That's
So
the
you
light of
better
my
do
life,
it.
friends.
You better do it or we will suffer. You better say hi to him. in
Light of
live
my life.
All right. So what do you guys want to do? You want to kick it off first with the AtGames, or you want to talk about some of these pinball machines? You want to talk about Spider-Man? It's your show. What do you want to talk about? Nostalgia. You drive this thing.
Yeah, nostalgia.
Yeah, what are we
Definitely.
talking about?
We want someone not connected to any kind of gaming company to really lead us in the direction of which we should talk about first.
So who's that going to be then?
Probably Carl. It's Carl.
All right. Well, let's start with AtGames.
Thanks,
AtGames.
Carl.
All right, guys, we're going to start with AtGames Legends Pinball 4K at the Chicago Pinball Expo because that's what Carl decided. Carl, kick it off. How do you want this conversation to go? It's your show, baby.
Well, I just want to know if Michael ever got to see the DMD on the.
I did. I
okay.
did. Yeah, I finally did. The people were kind enough after I posted my video to send a message out. So P-Dubs, I don't know if you saw it as well. So it is like Pinball FX, just a bit higher resolution for the DMD, but it is the narrow DMD in the box.
Okay.
I actually have a picture which we'll pull up here in a minute, courtesy of one of our favorites, Conti Dina, who went to the convention, took some photos and video and sent them to us, which we'll show you guys here in just a minute. I'm just preparing a poll in the live chat because Detroit.
Okay. So while you're doing that, Al asked the question, am I getting the 4K? My wife told me not to buy anything else, so it'd be very tough to do. I could sell this one possibly, and then I can replace it, and then it's not really a new cabinet, is it? That's the way my logic works. But I'm definitely interested. I mean, I wish it would have been available before I got this one, and then it would be a no-brainer. It definitely looks nice. When people talk about the skins, if it doesn't look like the real McCoy for the Addams family, I mean, God bless you. You can always skin any of these things to be what you want them to be. It's a what do you do on Mondays, P-Dubs? Multicade. It's a multicade, right?
I only live stream like once a month on Mondays. That's it.
Right. So it's a multicade.
Everyone, calm down out there. Calm down. I only live stream once a month.
And when he does, he goes over his time limit and fucks up my show.
Everyone, calm down.
It's a multi-K pinball, right? Digital pinball. So if you don't like one skin, you can just skin it to whatever be whatever you want it. But as long as it can play games, you hook up your PC to it, that's going to be the best experience, regardless of what it does inside. And I would recommend it if you wasn't going to hook up a PC to it to place, to have some other options. Because to me, VPX is still the best way to enjoy some pinball. But it's definitely much better than the product that I have beside me. So if I had to do it all over again, I would definitely get the 4K as opposed to the original.
There you go, Carl.
I hope that answers your question there, Al.
That was very, very sweet of you, man. Guys, I put a poll in the live chat. Now that you've seen a whole bunch of video footage from guys like Kerry Hardy and Wagner's Tech Talk, TNT Amusements, who else was there? There were a lot of just random people taking videos, posting them in Facebook groups, Discords, Reddits, stuff like that. Now that you've seen a bunch of footage, what is your reaction to what you saw in Chicago? Are you excited? It's okay. I'm a little worried. Or I'm not excited about the AtGames Legends Pinball. Make sure you guys answer that poll in the live chat. We'd greatly appreciate it. Go. Carl, go.
Well, again, I have the original and I have the back glass the back box that Bobby Vu put together. Mm-hmm. I spent hundreds of dollars. I don't know if I ever told you you had to ship your original back glass to him. And that thing got totally annihilated in the shipping, and so I had to contact AtGames and buy a whole new one for that to go and shipped it directly to him. I paid for this thing, and I still don't have it working, right? So I paid well over above what the current table.
You've had that thing forever, and it's still not running.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Busy. I got shit to do.
Yeah, I got stuff to do. I'm a busy man over here. So if I could have just bought it out the gate to be able to do exactly what I'm trying to get this to do, my life would be so much easier. So,
Carl, you remind me of me. There are so many things that I buy and I receive, and I'm excited to get it. And I tell everyone, I got it. I'm going to make a video, and it goes in the pile for.
Oh, the minute I decide I'm making a video on something, or like I'm going to do a review, there becomes this I don't know what it is, like this pressure that comes on me, and I just look at it and I'm like, I gotta open you, don't I? I gotta record you, don't I?
All right, let's take a look here. So courtesy of John Wagner, make sure you guys check out John Wagner on YouTube. Also subscribe to his channel and all that stuff. I'm gonna play a little background footage here. That way we get a little bit of color while we're talking. So let's talk about our reactions to cabinet appearance, guys. So what do you guys think about the way the cabinet looks? Start throwing those comments in the live chat, and also make sure you answer the poll. I gotta tell you guys, I know Michael B hates the artwork. He shits on the artwork. you wouldn't believe. He thinks the artwork is terrible.
I don't think it's terrible. I think I
like-
would have liked the
I
original more.
I like the custom Addams Family design they went with. I love the colors. Maybe it's because I'm Irish. I really like green. You know what I mean? I'm really into green stuff. And I like the colors. I like the artwork. This, in my opinion, this plaque is way too big and needs to be moved somewhere else. But is it the end of the world? No. This is actually kind of cute. This was a nice little.
I like that.
What do you think about this, Nostalgia? I mean, it doesn't do anything, but
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm actually this is actually really cool.
It's almost
that
a
is
thing.
actually really cool.
Yeah.
It's
So
almost a
if
thing.
you can pause your video for a second, I mentioned this in my video. Go back because we're on the topper now. But if you go back to the coin door, so one of the things, like obviously, I love the light up buttons. I love the fact that you can put actual quarters in there. I don't like the fact that these buttons are no longer here on the coin door. To me, I don't really know what the thought process was there, but like it's not that big a deal, I guess. But I much would have rather had the play and AtGames button on one of these coin doors. And if they could have went the extra step, look at what New Wave Toys just did with the Coke machine and the Ghosts and Goblins. You put the token in now, and it actually reads it like a start button. So it would have been cool if they could do that. I'm going to bring up this comment from Canada Phil. If you guys get a chance, Canada Phil has a new Canadian AtGames Legends Pinball 4KP officially endorsed page that he's put up, so you can go check that out. I did a video earlier, and I was talking to AtGames, and I said the same thing everybody said. I brought it up to him. I was like, guys, the coin door is off-centered. I guess it's for the plate. And what I was told, which I guess Canada Phil has taken issue with, that it's a script, is that there's another reason for the coin door being off-centered for a slight reason. And what I was told is this possibly will be also a commercial version going out later. So what they're looking at was putting one of those coin readers, you can't see where my mouse is, like around underneath the plaque and stuff like that. So take it for what it is. That's what I was told. I guess that's my commercial script.
Oh, well, honestly, AtGames tried to take the last version of the Legends Pinball commercially. Have any of you out there seen an AtGames Legends Pinball in a bar, in a business? Have any of you seen this commercial version that they were selling through commercial distributors like Game Room Goodies or Game Room Guys or something like that? Guys, if you saw it out in the wild, put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't see it, give me a 0 and be honest. Tell me, did you ever see an AtGames Legends Pinball out there for commercial usage in any kind of retail environment? Let me know in the live chat.
Well, I think nobody would have, because I don't think they actually released. I think they did the announcement and even put up like the sale or whatever information, distributor information, but I don't think they ever shipped any commercial units. So.
Oh, so no one bought one to put in their store.
I have I didn't even realize that they actually had a commercial unit ready to go.
Yeah, I don't believe they ever would have released the original ALP. To be trying to push that into a commercial environment would have been a very bad thing for them to do. This version definitely. I mean, again, it's some things they did that they shouldn't have did with this one, but this one's definitely a much better candidate for a commercial product than the original for certain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike and I were talking earlier in the week, and I think Mike, you and I were talking. We were like, if the play and the menu buttons were on the coin door, maybe they could have centered it, but who knows? Like honestly, like in my opinion, like I even made a community post about it, and I guess I hurt people's feelings because I used a vulgar term. I used the word shit. So I'll just say this, guys. I think it looks like poop, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not canceling my order over it. I don't think it's enough for me to jump off the bridge. It's just a little bit of a weirdness to me that it looks like that, but it's not the end of the world.
So let me bring up a picture here now, because I noticed this on my Godzilla earlier. So let me get a picture of the Godzilla Stern, or any Stern pinball machine the last little while. Oh, and like you can even see it with your Venom, P-dubs.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going to go with this, right?
Yeah. There are some real pinball machines out there that don't have centered coin doors. Yes, we totally get that. But
so
it's I think a lot of us are making it bigger than what it needs to be. I think it looks stupid personally on this particular machine, but it's not enough for me to cancel my order.
Yeah.
Does that
So
make sense?
again, this is what I was talking about earlier.
Do a
Yeah.
control plus. Control
so-
plus to zoom in.
Control plus. All right,
Yes.
Carl, I'm trusting you. I don't know why I trust
Do it
Carl.
one more time.
You gotta do it more than one time. What the hell's wrong with you?
Too far, Carl. Too far.
What is this Wizard 101? Is that on your tab up there? What kind of video games you playing, Michael B? What's going on up there?
Wizard 101? What's Wizard 101? I don't have that up there.
Just messing.
So, anyways, here's the coin door, and it's
Yeah.
it's the same thing again, where these things, it's a centered coin door, but these are moved to the side, and it's to put that stupid card reader slot for when these go into redemption
Okay,
arcades.
so why not make a bigger, fatter black coin door like
I
this
don't
one?
know. I don't work for AtGames.
That
I have
is-
no idea what they were doing.
That is centered.
And,
Yeah.
and I don't understand with you guys. I don't think with we always have an aftermarket. Whether no product that any company make is going to satisfy everybody. So I think it's just preposterous that
That's true.
Canada Field is making a big deal of this, and that from what I can see. And, I don't live on the internet, so I can only go by what I'm seeing now. But I'm saying that these products always have a glaring problem. They never make them perfect. But thank goodness for the third party market that someone will make a big giant plate like that Stern one, and we all live happily ever.
poor. He's gonna blow his beaker, guys. Calm down.
He's like, I cannot believe this. These guys do not. No one's
Be
no one's
nice.
saying it looks great.
Be
I
nice
guess
to
I don't
Canada.
understand what he's saying.
Be nice. To
That is
Canada.
the script. Where? Hold on. I need new copy. Copy. Canada
Was
sends
there a
on to
rewrite?
us.
Where's the BBC guy? Where's the BBC guy?
Can we continue on? So the cabinet, I think, looks beautiful, except for the front coin door part. But is it something for me to cancel my order and run away screaming from? No, it's not. It's just I think it looks dumb. But let's continue on. So some of the things that I noticed that Canada Phil was not Canada. We got Canada Phil on our mind. That Conti Dina. Conti, big shout out. He's not here. I asked him for some specific pictures because I wanted to see some stuff. So for instance, guys, this is one of your Dr. Seuss tables, right? And let's kind of zoom in. And tell me, guys, what do you think? I got to tell you, no matter what camera was pointed at this thing during the convention, from anyone who I saw streaming, it looked to me that the colors on both monitors are bright, beautiful. Like everything looks really, really good. I mean, when it comes to the quality of the monitors, right?
Mhm.
Do you guys disagree, or do you guys think these monitors suck? Like I think they look great.
Yeah.
Yep.
No complaints on the color. I mean,
Right.
we're looking at pictures. Like it honestly, I wish I could have went because I think it's the kind of thing you don't really get a value for it until you see it in person, right?
Yeah. So I mean, when it comes to like this, like the Zakaria Deluxe games, the Dr. Seuss games, as well as the natural history games, what I like, of course, what AtGames has done here is given you the value of having that DMD. And as you guys know, this DMD is the perfect size and shape for whatchamacallit. It's the perfect size and shape to fit that specific DMD because it's the same size that Zakaria or Magic Pixel uses on all those styles of games, right? It looks
Mhm.
beautiful. Like I think it looks great. It fills up the DMD and it looks really good. I mean, take a look at that. That looks fantastic. Even though there's a couple of bars on the top and bottom, maybe before release, AtGames can kind of stretch this out a little bit more. You notice there's some slight bars on the top and bottom, maybe kind of fill this in, but not the end of the world because we do know that they are optimizing these things, right? But let me show you the couple of things that I have an issue with that Conti was nice enough to send me a picture of is this right here. So this is Bubble Bobble. So this is one of the Taito games, and this is Bubble Bobble, and I don't like this. This is what we kind of went through with Arcade 1-Up and Zen Studios. Now, keep in mind, this isn't a Zen Studios, but I'll show you Zen Studios in just a minute. This is Bubble Bobble. This is one of the Taito games. This, I think, is wasted space. Like, I really hope if they're just taking that box that was on the one screen, and if they're going to move that down to the DMD, make it fit the DMD. Like, find a way to make it fit as much of the DMD as possible. I feel like we're wasting real estate here. I don't know how you guys feel about that. What do you guys think? or do you guys think it looks okay? Tell me honestly if you disagree.
It actually looks like it's a bit too stretched. Like you can see, it looks like some of the L is cut off there too.
Yes. Yeah, it's certainly not optimized for the screen yet.
Yeah.
I actually didn't like this on the AtGames or the Arcade 1-Up Pinball. I understand the idea that you were trying to replicate the size of a DMD screen, but we're talking digital pinball. You've got the ability to do whatever you want because you have a screen. So if I could make a suggestion, what I would want to see is maybe this works really well for the AL, like the ALP, the original one. It's fine because you only have one screen.
Right.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be that challenging for... Which game is this? Is this a Magic Pixel game?
This is Bubble Bobble.
So it wouldn't be that challenging for Magic Pixel to create a separate display that is custom for the ALP 4K, where they could change the layout, they could make the actual score larger, they could put the layout slightly different and just take up the entire real estate or the majority of the real estate on that screen.
Well, for instance, kind of like what you're saying, Nostalgia, if you have to keep it this size, okay, but where these black bars are, let's fill it in with something. Give me some color.
You could add, throw in like an animated background or something. Just
give me a little something. Again, small things, but we have to point out this stuff. And then here is the next picture. This is Adam's family running. This is the actual DMD running. And you'll notice
a close up on that.
No, this
Can we get any closer or no?
It's a video. Well, I mean, if we don't put comments on the screen, it won't shrink.
Well, this is an important comment.
Boom. All right, let's get this off of here. All right, so as you can see with the Zen tables on the AtGames Pinball as it stands today, they're doing the same thing they did on the Arcade 1-Up tables, where it's just that very narrow, just like how Bubble Bobble looks. They're not using up the entire DMD. So I'm just saying, opportunity for feedback. If someone asks me my feedback, I'd like them to fill in the black spaces. Is that so much? Does that make me a criminal to want that? Does that make me a horrible human being to ask?
Yeah, you're a terrible person. But
fill
you
in
can
the spaces.
Notice,
fill in the spaces. That's all I'm asking. You guys let me know in the live chat.
On the Zen table, it actually takes up more space than the other one that we just showed, the Bubble Bobble. So it might, I don't know if it would look terrible, but even if they just set that to stretch, like if you stretch that out, would it really mess up? I can't really see where the borders are. Like if you're talking about just a little bit of an adjustment in the aspect ratio, maybe just stretching it a tiny bit would actually do enough that it takes up enough of the screen that it doesn't feel like a waste.
And from my experience with the VPX, when I add a third screen to my table, I always stretch them out to fill up that whole monitor, and it's perfectly fine. So it's not it won't be an eyesore for it to be larger. It's not something that they can't do. We're at the early stage of this table, and if people buy this this table, I'm sure they'll continue to make tweaks and improvements as they go along for certain.
I mean, I'm sure stuff is going to get fixed as time goes on.
Canada Phil's got a good point here. They should probably just blank the DMD on EM titles when they're not even really meant to have animated scores. I don't disagree with that.
Yep. Mike, tell people about the gameplay and all that stuff while I'm trying to grab this.
Oh, Paul, you are on a roll, buddy.
Yeah, Paul's on fire today.
There's some people that say the strangest things. Mike prefers the Arcade 1-Up Pinball.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's your logic there, Dr. Freeman?
Well, I mean, in all fairness, to my buddy Mike, when I look at his house today, none of the Arcade 1-Up Pinballs are in his home today, just the AtGames Pinball. So I think AtGames Pinball won Mike over. Would I be wrong in putting that on you, Mike? Or am I wrong?
No, Dr. Freeman's right. I prefer the Arcade 1-Up Pinballs, apparently, based on his extensive knowledge of my situation. So, the one thing about the gameplay, we already saw the Magic Pixel gameplay for the Zachariah tables and the Taito tables. Wagner did a great job showcasing that in his own videos. They look like they run really, really well. Seems to be no issues there. They're ready. Zen Pinball was a little bit later on in the game, and Wagner did indicate that there were some lag issues. I reached out to AtGames as well, and I was like, hey, when I'm playing Pinball FX and it's resource heavy, like say I'm streaming it or I'm trying to play on ALP, I find what helps with the lag issue is I turn off the special features and I turn off the ball trails. So maybe that would help show like how good it could be. I don't know if they ever did anything like that, but right now, I think it was Akos from Zen, Akos or Bence indicated to Wagner that it's not fully optimized. They're still working on it. So this is almost like a set piece just to show it can work. It's not the final version of the game.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to rake them through the coals. I think there's opportunities for improvement, and in fact, the reason why we have these discussions is to provide our feedback as well as your feedback, and hopefully someone at these companies are paying attention, and maybe they'll do something about it, or maybe they won't. But in order to help them, we enlisted the help of a graphic artist. We got Jason, Little Alien, our moderator. We figured if anyone can design a coin door, a very young child can. So we had him draw us a picture for AtGames to use as a reference when fixing the coin door. And as you can see, it's right here, guys. AtGames, if you're watching AtGames, do us a favor. Take a screenshot now, because if a little kid can figure this out, I think all of us can move forward together. And it would be the end of Coin Door Gate. What do you guys think? We got the haunted house right here. Look at that. We got the coin door. I mean, if a 5-year-old child can figure this out, I think the rest of this gaming community can figure this out. This looks amazing. Big shout out, guys, to Cameron. Hopefully Cameron's watching. Cameron, I loved your photo. I thought it was hilarious.
I saw this earlier, yeah.
I had to show it. But right, this is the coin door of my dreams right here. This is what I want.
So I did put a video out earlier today on my initial thoughts, and honestly, most people came back and they were like, I don't really give a shit about the coin door. So like, I don't know if it's more so us in the community that are hypercritical and looking for things, or if it's actually people that are buying these. I don't know. I
don't think it's that. I think most people with half a brain would say, if I was looking to reproduce a product, how about I buy a product and have that as a model to start building from? I mean, from the start, the whole shape of the original, and remember, the product that we have, the ALP, that's even changed from their initial. Remember the initial picture they had, that front nose, it was skinny as heck, looked like a shopping cart on drugs. Buy a real arcade pinball cabinet and have that to make some decisions about design, because that is what the people are going to compare it to. You can't get away from that. People are going to compare your product that's made to be a fake pinball to a real pinball machine. And so I think they miss opportunities that very easily could avoid those conversations if you just simply made these things look as close as possible to it, because people are going to make those comparisons, and why even give them that opportunity to even have those discussions.
As always, you cannot argue with Detroit Love's logic on Friday nights, ladies and gentlemen. Taking a look here at a quick thing about this
just
video.
really quickly, I do want to go back to my point. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I got a bunch of comments on my video with people saying, I don't really give a shit about the coin door. I don't know why everybody's fixated on it.
Well, I think Mike, to what you're saying, it doesn't really matter what AtGames did or is going to release. There's going to be people who complain about it. So
that's right.
They're going to do what they do, and the majority of people are less concerned about the exact placement of a coin door as they're going to be about the way that the games perform and the way that they play. Because at the end of the day, you're looking at the screen and playing the game, not necessarily worried about where that coin door is when you can't even see it when you're out.
Now, there are some people, let's be fair, that aesthetics are super important.
Yes,
and it will bother them. That's fair, 100%. Right. But what I'm saying is there's just a bunch of people that are just like, I don't care.
Yeah, no, it's a polarizing thing. It's not the end of the world. Why are we still talking
about it? Here's the thing for me, because I don't take issue with that, even though I wish it was made better. Right. My biggest issue is that you're modernizing it. If you're not going to be true to form, they have that big plate there at the front where my controller is. Where the control panel is. They didn't put a control panel in. I would prefer the DMD to be the standard size and be at that spot, centered at that spot, because the DMD the reality of a DMD has always been an awful place because you have to lift your eyes up off the screen to try and see. You're trying to draw my eyes to it, and again, it was done so you can miss the ball because you had to put money in it, and they did that purposely. So if I was going to improve on a product and make it better, I would put that DMD down there in that spot. So that you can actually see what's going on there without taking your eyes too much off the screen. But again, you can do whatever you want to do with it, but and you can have an opinion either way. But either way, these guys are going to make it, and either people are going to buy it or they're not going to buy it.
And again, like I said, it will bother some people. Like I mean, it is what it is. I mean, AtGames put the coin door there intentionally. It's not like they didn't know how to center it. They put the coin door there intentionally. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you don't care, buy it. I mean, this is not rocket science, people.
And I don't think the door would have made that big of a deal if they took the child's drawing and didn't put those little 2 buttons at the top above it. That made it worse.
The 2 buttons above it, especially where they're centered, does look awkward. I agree with that.
I think that's the worst thing of not the thing being off center. Those things didn't have to be there. They could have been somewhere. And again, they should have just made those 2 buttons be the function for those 2 buttons and eliminate those buttons altogether. So now I'm waiting for Pinball 3.0 because just because of those 2 buttons.
Those buttons threw you off the purchase. You're going to cancel your pre-order over the placement of a couple buttons.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's. No, we don't need to do that. All right, MG just cracked me up. He said, "Well, why does P-Dubs not like it? I like things centered. I'm one of those people. You might be over here." And then he just wrote in the live chat, he's going to start putting his YouTube comments in, right, justified. That's pretty hilarious. Can we move on? Because there's a lot of show I want to do here.
This might need be the hot new trend in pinball. Everybody is going to start taking the coin door off center now. Their AtGames the trend setter.
They're setting the trend, baby. All right, can we move on for crying out loud? All right, let's go. So that from a physical appearance point of view, minus your opinion on how the cabinet looks, it seems like most people seem to like the way it looks.
Yeah.
When it comes to the way it plays, the feedback I got from people who were actually at the expo and touched it, people like Conti and others, is that all the games we've seen before, the Taito games, the Zakaria games, they seem to be running very, very well. They said that this Addams Family game was not running well. All kinds of glitching and stuff. Wagner was transparent in his video here. He did tell people this thing is not ready yet. And this is just what they threw together for the show. And they have a lot of optimization to go yet. Can anyone do it? Well, if anyone can do it, I think Zen Studios can, right? So I'm not too worried about it. Sucking at the show, it's just you wish that it was running.
Yeah. We waited so long to see Pinball FX actually running on this thing. That was the big unanswered question. And you got to remember, too, even though this is Zen Pinball and this is AtGames, there's still kind of a stink from Arcade 1-Up and what they delivered with their Zen Pinball offerings that people are going to question. How's this going to run on any product that comes out?
And the reality of that is Zen can't make it work if the hardware can't support it. So the bottom line is this: you're never going to get the same quality that you get from a PC, and that's why you have the option to put a PC on it.
1 second,
and all those problems go away.
I don't have an NDA with AtGames, Phil. It ran out like a week ago. See you, buddy.
Now with what Carl's saying, I think there's a fairly big difference, in my opinion, between what Zen and AtGames can do versus what Zen could do with Arcade 1-Up. Arcade 1-Up was very cost focused, so they had the hardware, and Zen worked around the hardware constraints. There isn't really. I mean, there is a hardware constraint when you're comparing it against a PC or a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. Like, sure.
Right.
But the hardware that's inside, like the chipset that's on the ALP 4K, is more than capable of running Pinball FX.
Yeah.
So with what everyone's saying about how, like, oh, it doesn't look good, or, at the show, it's an early build. I would almost call that an alpha build. And for anybody who hasn't really worked with software or even in like the gaming industry, there's 2-3 months before this product is actually being shipped. Right. So much optimization and so much development can be done on a software title within 3 months. these guys are probably doing daily builds, bug fixes constantly, optimization on the go. They probably have builds coming in and out maybe multiple times a day. It's early to show it, but I think from like AtGames perspective, this pinball show comes around once a year, and there isn't another show for them to display this product to that consumer before it launches. So I feel like they just did their best to be present and at least showcase what they could. So
Hey,
I think that's
retro Labatt. This is a family friendly show. Can you just calm down in the live chat here, buddy? This is a family friendly show.
Nostalgia's plunger is surprisingly always soft, no matter how hard he tries.
So I'm not gonna.
told me in Ottawa, buddy.
I'm
I
not
didn't want to
going
hurt your feelings.
I'm not going to rake them over the coals over that one game not running efficiently at the expo. You wish it would have ran efficiently at the expo to give them a really great demonstration of what this thing is going to be capable of, and the Zen partnership. But I will say this, the pressure is on you AtGames and Zen Studios to deliver by the time these things hit people's homes. Because if we're supposed to rebuy all of our games again, if we're repeat owners, not a new customer, if we're supposed to rebuy all our games again, as well as $1,000 machine, you better deliver on that and make it awesome and make it worth the investment. So hopefully that'll happen, and we'll have to see what is happening in the next couple of months. Now, because we got to pivot away from AtGames, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Let's see where we're at. So I said, after everything you saw about AtGames, how do you feel? 36% said it's okay. 34% said I'm excited. 22% said not excited, and 6% said they're worried. So roughly, 28% of the audience is either not interested in the AtGames pinball or just not excited about it at all. The bulk of the audience is. Thanks so much, guys, for for taking the poll. Greatly appreciate it. Man, that mechanical keyboard. Holy cow.
I know, it's very
Hold on, I'm going to turn down
I'm going to mute myself, gentlemen.
Okay, sorry,
Thank
Mike. Oh, sorry.
No.
When it's kind of like, do you guys remember the incident with the metallic coffee cup? The great coffee cup scandal of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Mike and I had a great
Carl's furnace.
Yeah,
that was also interesting. That was like
Carl, you know what?
the beginning of our show.
Hey, it's getting chilly out. The furnace issues are about to start, guys. Make sure you get ready for it in the live chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, before we move on, I'm just curious, because if people are maybe some people are looking at the quality of the gameplay on that Zen Studio title, and they're saying it doesn't look great. Of course, it is an early build, so you're not going to see a polished product. And other people are saying, well, they should have come with a polished product to a show like this. But when Arcade 1-Up released, when they first went to market to show off their pinball machines, that was at CES 20. What year was that? Does anyone remember?
2019, I think.
2019.
Or 2020?
2020, 2019.
I think 2020.
But if I recall correctly, they had like PCs inside of those. Yeah, they didn't actually have the hardware that was running. So people who actually went and played it and experienced it didn't actually get to see what they were going to buy. It was almost like they were shown something that they could never get.
And they didn't let you play. They didn't let you play. It was just show only.
It was
They
just
let some YouTubers play it, but they didn't let
so
general people play it.
So you didn't actually get a true experience of what you're going to get. And what AtGames did is they had real hardware inside of there. And although the game wasn't optimized or ready really for the public in that sense, you still actually got to see the game running on their hardware. And I'm curious to know if people would have actually preferred the other way. If they would have preferred seeing it at the show with a PC in there running in a way that is not really realistic for what they would actually get out of the product, or if they would prefer to see, like, okay, this is an alpha stage of the game. This is where we're at today. This is what this machine can do so far. And I think they would prefer the latter.
And I think they should have had at least one machine there that did have a PC hooked up, because that's one of their product offerings, right? To allow you to hook up a PC to it. So I think they should have had a PC hooked up to at least one to show off some VPX as well, because that is one of their sales.
I just lost the live chat.
Oh, live chat's still coming in.
No, on my. Uh-oh, we're having restream issues here.
Are we?
Hold on. Let me
That's
hit
just you.
let me hit a. Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I think it's just you, PW.
Oh,
Looks
I
good on our
hate-
side.
I
That's
hate
just you.
having the chat on the screen.
Yeah, we all have it, so it's just you.
Yeah, I got kicked out of it. Interesting. Okay, well, don't worry about it, guys. We got a show to do. All right, so let's continue on. So that's what's going on with AtGames Pinball. What else were we going to talk about? Oh, what do you guys think was the biggest star of the show? What do you think got the biggest shine at the show? Do you think it was the AtGames Pinball or something else?
No.
It was definitely something else. The
What
biggest,
was the, what
the
was the
biggest,
something else?
Ooh,
biggest
baby.
news was coming out of Turner Brothers Pinball.
Oh,
Turner
got
Brothers
it.
Pinball.
Mike.
The
Mike,
Zizzle
we're on the same
LE.
wavelength. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God, the Zizzle LE.
Well, let's see the roll. Let's see the video roll.
Let's
Roll
see
the
this.
video. Oh, we're not ready for that one.
All right, go ahead. Hold on a
We
minute.
have a super chat here from Wrights Retrocade. Super chat for $2.79 Canadian. I think that's $1.86. Thank you, brother. Where's my AtGames Racer?
Not happening.
It's done.
It's dead. It's not
done.
happening. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to unfortunately exit the show and log back in. Mike, why don't you just take things from here?
Why
I know
can't
it
I
wasn't
ever run the
Turner
show? Just default to Mike.
All right,
All right,
he's
Mike.
gone.
Let's take
Can,
it here.
can you at least let me say bye first before you kick me off the show? Okay.
Bye.
Mike, you're a jerk.
Mike, you're still muted.
All right, I'll be right back.
I need a better. I need a different keyboard. Jesus Christ!
No, Mike, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a mechanical keyboard too, so that way when we're both typing, we can we can go at it. Carl, you'll have to join us.
All right, I got one. Let me see. Let me see how loud.
You got
mine
him.
is.
You got a mechanical keyboard?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're good.
Uh-oh. Just killed it live.
Oh, Mike is muted again. There we go. You're back.
Hey.
All right.
Okay, so
So we didn't
are we
load up
waiting
any.
for P-dubs or do we keep going?
I think we just keep going, man. Like,
Let's
so does anybody have a video, or we're waiting for P-dubs here? The Pinball Expo has been not what I thought it was going to be so far. I for some reason, I was under the impression that all the companies would be bringing new stuff and we were going to see a lot of new tables, but we haven't seen as much as I hoped. Like, I thought Stern might be announcing their next, what do they call them? Like, it's like fence post or pillar title for the next year. So I was kind of waiting on that Jaws Keith Elwin news. That never came out. What we did get from Stern was an early announcement of the Stranger Things re-release, which I'm very thankful for. But we got the Blood Red Kiss Elvira House of Horrors edition, which is a premium that's priced above and beyond an LE, and it's a black and white and red version of the Elvira. So I know a lot of people are kind of annoyed by that. It's not something for me, but I guess there's people out there that want a black, white, and red Elvira House of Horrors for $13,000 US.
Seems like a bargain if you ask me.
Can we admit it's a gorgeous thing, and I can't wait to play it at my local barcade?
Yeah, if I could go play it at a barcade or something like that, if we had those things in Newfoundland, I'd be very excited. But really, the pinball scene here in Newfoundland consists of you either buy it or you're SOL.
Do you want me to open up a pinball bar for you? In Newfoundland?
I've been looking into it. I've been looking at different subsidy fundings from our province for new ventures to see if I can start one. Actually, I'm not
Carl,
joking.
Can you take care of that?
Yeah. Super chat again from Wrights Retrocade. Now we have $5 from them. We appreciate that. The last super chat went over like a lead balloon, just like Insert Product did at the Pinball Expo.
Yeah. So there's one problem with the Elvira pinball table. By the way, P-Dubs tried to bring something up the same time I did, or Carl did. So here we
What's
go.
that?
Boobs are off-centered in the
Oh!
Elvira House of Horrors pin.
Controversy. The controversy. But taking a peek here, guys. Oh my goodness. you guys know me, massive Elvira fan.
I am too. Yeah.
Massive fan of all three Elvira pinball tables. Yes, if I had to choose between all three, the one that I would own, Elvira's Scared Stiff. Everyone knows that's a tops on my holy grail list. I just got to tell you, as an Elvira fan, I think this thing is absolutely beautiful, but I would not spend $13,000 on it. I mean,
how much would you spend on it?
Nothing. I think that this is just something to play at my local arcade, barcade. Like, I'm pretty sure, hopefully, Electric Bat or somebody here in Arizona will get this, and I'll be able to check it out. But it's not something I think I would want to spend the money on. But my God, is it beautiful. I mean, this is videos courtesy of Scott Parisi, who's always cruising our shows as well as the comments on our videos. So thanks so much, Scott, for the video. But man, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Tell me you don't want to walk up to that and put your hand on it and test out those knockers.
Good job, P-Dubs.
It sort of look like
That was well placed.
Can you go back at that coin door? Because it almost looks like a AtGames coin door.
Oh, it's off center. Now no one can
No!
buy it. Oh, jeez.
The coin door. Okay. Oh my God. I'm going to lose my mind.
$13,000 though.
For the millionth time, the coin door on this machine is 100% centered. Just because the buttons are over here doesn't mean that the coin door itself, the black effing door, is not centered in the front of the panel.
It's not centered vertically.
Yeah.
It's definitely not centered vertically.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm just gonna
All
put that out there.
Beautiful. I think a beautiful machine. You guys, I'm sorry, I had to jump off the show. My question before I jumped off to fix the internet was, what do you guys think stole the show? You guys think it was Elvira?
Turner
Not
Brothers
a chance.
Pinball. Turner Brothers
Mike.
Pinball with the Zizzle Ellie.
That's Mike's right.
Stop.
That was the showstopper.
No, can we just talk
I
about that
want
now?
you guys to say it.
No,
want you-
we're going
you
to talk
know-
about Turner Brothers
You
Ninja
know what I
Pinball.
want you to say.
Yes, Turner Brothers Ninja Pinball.
You
No.
wanna say the
What?
Put Turner Brothers on the fucking screen.
What stole the show, Mike?
Turner Brothers Ninja Pinball. Put it on the fucking screen.
I'll go get the asset, Michael.
No, I'm looking it up because now we're going to get into a big argument.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that is not what stole the show.
I know, but we're going to talk about the other stuff later. I really want to talk about Turner Brothers Ninja Pinball.
It looks so good. It has like 2 whole ramps. It looks wonderful.
Do we have it yet? Can we bring it up?
I can't find. No one took any videos of it at the expo.
There's a
I
really
got,
good
I got,
reason
I got
for
a
it.
video here.
All right, well then you pull it up.
Do I have to? Okay, fine. I'm worried I might. Okay,
We
I'll
got a
try.
$13.99 super chat here from Wrights Retrocade. It puts the Turner in the basket.
Come on.
I'm working on it.
I want to play the Dave Bautista skate. Give me what I want.
Cleveland Gaming Classic. Guys, you're 8 months too early. You've got to come back 8 months from now before you start shilling your next convention. Come on. Come on.
I don't know if this will work.
We love Tom over there. Okay, there you go. Oh, geez. What is this? What is this?
So
Vimeo?
look
What
at
is
this
it?
thing. Look
What
at it.
weird website do you watch stuff on?
That's a Instagram.
It's an
This is the
Instagram
Ninja
video.
Pinball,
Yeah.
and they're
So-
selling it for $10,000.
9,700. No, this is not it because it has a coin door. Turner Brothers doesn't have a coin door.
No, this is definitely it, man.
Yeah, that's there.
That is Turner Pinball.
This
I don't
is
know what-
definitely it.
I don't know what game that is. Either way, Turner Pinball brought their Ninja game, Ninja Eclipse, to the expo, and
I gotta turn this off. There we go.
Oh, it looks better there.
Over here?
Yeah, keep going down though. I want to see more.
I
It's
found
just
I
a-
found
No,
the-
Cleveland Gaming
okay.
Classic, you're down. P-Dubs, you bring it up. Nostalgia. doesn't
I
know
got
this
it.
stuff.
I got it. Get yours off the screen, Nostalgia.
You got it.
Let me pull mine. All right, so I
I'm
got
just
one.
trying to contribute, boys.
So what the video you had was just the prototype. This is the final version. This was taken 1 day ago. So they're
Yeah.
selling this thing for $10,000 basically.
I can't believe that. Like, show the front.
I can't. This is the video. This is, in my opinion, this should be like a $5,000-$6,000 home edition pinball machine.
Yeah, it kind of like I definitely see like it's got the big DMD. You know, the screen looks good. Let's see if they show the front. So you look at it, the body looks narrow, and especially the front.
Oh,
there it is.
It's got the well played pinball front.
Yeah.
Anyways, so me and P-Dubs were talking about this, and we were like, "Oh, it doesn't have a coin door. Maybe this is some kind of home pin." So we were thinking this would be about $4,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I saw the price, and I was like, "Holy shit! It's the Zizzle LE. It's got
crazy.
No coin door, and it's $9,777. Like, I can't believe that." And like, you know, no offense to Turner Brother Pinball, like, good on them. I hope they're successful, but I mean, Jesus Christ. And sorry for taking the Lord's name in vain for the people that are upset about that, but I'm just shocked. I'm shocked at the price point. Like, a premium Stern is $9,599. Like, how do you justify this price?
Look, man, they don't have the production value. You know,
they don't have the anything value, Carl. It's a Zizzle LE.
Well, I think a lot of people would say that the product that stole the spotlight of this expo was Labyrinth Pinball from.
Oh, that's not true.
No way.
That's
absolutely
no way. You think that's
sir.
what stole the show?
It's not Elton John. Please don't tell me it's Elton John.
For
it's
sure.
Can we go with mine and we'll get to your Elton John? Can we just go?
You mean everybody's Elton John? We'll do yours. We'll stole the show for you, and then we'll talk about what stole the show for everybody else.
Stole the show for me. And also, big shout out to Cool Toy. Cool Toy did a fantastic video here. Make sure you guys check out Cool Toy on YouTube. You guys might not know who he is. He's brand new, up and coming content creator, but he makes pretty good videos. There he is, handsome young fella.
Good looking dude.
Handsome.
Yeah.
And if you don't like his stuff, he will kick the shit out of you.
What a fantastic machine. Pretty much all the footage I saw from him and Kerry Hardy and others, all very, very positive reviews about this thing. And also this thing, every time I was watching a stream and they would go past the Labyrinth area, long lines, people waiting to get their hands on this machine. That's how interested and excited people were about this. And they had 8 of them there. So it's not like they didn't have enough there. I mean, they had long lines, 6 or 7 deep for 8 machines waiting to get their hands on people playing this machine. And everyone walked away from it smiling. Go watch the videos, go watch the live streams. Don't just watch the people coming up to the machines. Watch the people leaving the machines. You ever walk out of a movie theater and when you walk, when you walk into a movie theater, the people coming out who you know saw the movie that you're about to go see, if they got big smiles on their face, usually tells you something.
Do you know what most of them were saying?
What?
They were leaving Labyrinth and saying, "Oh man, this is so much better than Turner Pinball's Ninja Eclipse. What a piece of shit! Can you believe it's $9,777?"
But Cool Toy himself said he's going to try and flip over the couch cushions and try and wrangle up the money to pick up this pinball machine.
Hold on. P-Dubs, I got to ask you a question. I got to ask you an honest question. Have you seen this
movie?
Hey,
it's endorsed by Cool Toy, so
that's fine. I'm asking you.
It's got to leave me alone. Cool Toy and Kerry Hart?
That's cool. Good for them. I'm asking you a question. Have you even seen this movie?
Labyrinth? Only about 1 million times.
Okay, so you're admitting to have seen that movie 1 million times. Is it fair to assume you really like that movie?
I think that would be a safe assumption of yours, Nostalgia.
Okay, so is it also fair to say that you might actually be a Labyrinth shill?
Oh,
are we going that far?
I didn't. Why would I be a shill? Just because I said it stole
the
show?
You actually got to look at the actual definition of the word shill. The word shill, what it actually means is if you like anything, if you're a fan of something and you talk about it in that way, you're a shill for that product.
Damn. Well, then we're all screwed.
We're all shills.
$10 super chat from Jason. P-Dubs, go back to your room, play with your toys and your costumes. Forget about the baby. He wants me to be Sarah. Thanks so much, Jason. We greatly appreciate it.
I'll tell you now, I don't think Cool Toy's going to have much trouble finding that money because once Arcade One Up do their Black Friday deals and he throws out his Amazon links, he'll have everything he needs.
He's the best. He's the best at that. The guy doesn't cover Arcade One Up anymore, but whenever there's an Amazon product on sale, he goes into the Facebook groups that have 30,000 people in them, and he puts his Amazon links. You guys don't realize it, but he's getting paid. It's so funny. Respect the hustle. The man's like, I don't care about Arcade One Up, but I'm still going to make $1 off them off Amazon. I love you, Doug. I respect the hustle.
I got no problem with it either.
I think it's awesome. But dude, okay, Elton John.
No, he's not. There's some people that go a bit far with the Amazon stuff, like selling like cod liver oil and shit like that.
You're gonna kill me, man. I'm gonna kill me. Wait, hold on. Before we switch, Carl, please be on my side. Wasn't Labyrinth the coolest thing at the expo, or was it this Elton John?
I'm just over here looking at this Turner pinball. I'm like, this is
It's such a piece of shit.
I mean, it looks like something from I used to get at Sears back in the day, you know, with Spider-Man on it.
It came in a Kinder Surprise.
I would have no problem with it. It's just that price point from what they're delivering. I mean, it's also like the stupidest business model in the world. No coin doors. This will not be commercially operated. There goes half your buying audience.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. So the second biggest news at the Chicago Pinball Expo was the Elton John pinball machine announcement by Jersey Jack. And I want to say this: we're going to watch the trailer. We can't play any of the music because we'll get copyright claim. But let me tell you something. This was the most amazing trailer for a pinball machine I have ever seen in my life. The production quality, nostalgia. Tell about the value.
Like the value is just unmatched.
The next time Arcade One Up or AtGames decide to make a cheesy TikTok video or something for their products, use this for inspiration, ladies and gentlemen, because this, I have no interest at the table. No interest, because I'm not a big Elton John fan. But I got to tell you, man, I love the trailer. I love the way the pinball machine looks. Obviously, I'm not going to try and buy one, but like this trailer, I was actually hyped for it. This trailer is so good. It's so good. But take a look here. There's your Elton John pinball, and of course, it's so much better with all the Elton John music playing in the background.
Oh my God, yes! How it starts off with Pinball Wizard. The only thing that the actual video was missing was Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. If they could have thrown that in there, I would have been overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Table looks great. I mean, Steve Ritchie's back. Some people were complaining about the piano; really didn't do much. But
you couldn't have an Elton John without the piano there.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you this: the ACDC is a table that I didn't grow up listening to ACDC willingly. I listened to it; people played around me all the time, so I know a lot of the songs. And I wouldn't have ran up to an ACDC pinball machine without having played it before. That is an incredible table. So if the table is a great table, fun to play, the music just adds value to it. And I really like ACD. So I know a lot of the Elton John songs. My favorite is Benny and the Jets. For some reason.
Benny and the Jets is a good one.
Yeah, but I definitely want to play it. I definitely want to see it for myself. And the quote I use for the opening show, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. That's one of Elton John's phrases that he said, because people just didn't like his personality a lot. And that's going to be the same way with this table. Like anything else, everybody's not going to enjoy it, but I definitely want to see it in person and play it and give it a shot.
So I got to tell you a funny Elton John story here now. So Elton John, when he performs somewhere, he will only stay in a 5-star hotel. We don't have a 5-star hotel here in Newfoundland. So he actually performed here. I went to see him, and he did like 3 nights in a row or something like that. He used to finish his concert, fly to Nova Scotia, go to bed, and then fly right back just so he could stay in the 5-star hotel.
So just like the Elvira Blood Red Edition, I am very much looking forward to playing this at my local arcade or bar.
Yeah.
But man, guys, go to Jersey Jack on YouTube, subscribe to their YouTube channel, and go watch this trailer if you haven't seen it yet with the Elton John music. Dude, it'll fire you up, man. It's a fantastic trailer. One of the best things I've seen for an pinball-related product. It's like one of the best produced things I've ever seen. It's fantastic.
So, honestly, with Jersey Jack, after Toy Story was a little bit of a commercial failure, and by a little bit I mean the guys over at Flip It Out Pinball are still trying to sell them. And Godfather, I can't really say much about Godfather, but I don't think Godfather lived up to its expectations either. Really hope this is a winner for Jersey Jack. I mean, they're going all out, obviously. Elton John, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. One of the biggest musical acts in the entire world, has a very close connection to pinball going all the way back to the Who's Tommy. They brought Steve Ritchie to work on this, so it's got a lot of stuff going on for it. That video is straight fire. Hopefully this is a positive turn for Jersey Jack. They need it, and it looks like so far they're delivering. So we'll see. I can't wait to see how it plays. A lot of people were walking away from it happy. I remember watching a couple walk away, and they were saying, man, that Elton John pinball is great. So much better than Turner Brothers Ninja Eclipse. What a piece of shit. $9,777 for a Zizzle LE.
Did you know that Nostalgia was the treasurer of Turner Pinball?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. He's got his hands in everything. He probably rode the subway with him one time and then wrote on his resume, vice president.
I also own the subway now because I wrote it. So.
Remember when we were in Ottawa and the subway smelled so bad? Like literally, people would just get up and they'd be like, "Time to pee," and they'd pee on the floor. And you were like, "Why is there so much urine here everywhere?" It's a subway.
Nation's capital, Mike.
But Mike calls it. He called me. He goes, "So what do you think of the Zizzle XL?" And I was like, "What are you talking about, Mike?" He goes, "The Zizzle XL at the expo." I was like, "Zizzle's back?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "What?" I said, "They're
Zizzle's back, baby."
He kept saying it, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "It's the Turner Pinball." Oh man, Mike, I may have been in the bathroom when you called me.
Oh, P-Dubs, yeah, he called me. No, maybe I called him.
You called me.
And he was
called
pooping.
me when I was
and
having
he
a
was
movement.
like, I'm nowhere. What do you want to know? He was really weird about it. I was like, are you pooping? Like, just say it.
I was like, "No, Mike." All right, what else we got, Mike? I'm running out of energy. We got to pull the plugs.
Well, there was other stuff at the Pinball Expo. Like, I mean, Pulp Fiction. We weren't lucky enough to play it while we were in Cleveland, but Pulp Fiction was there. Still long lineups. There was one sad moment where someone showed a picture of like the Galactic Pinball booth, and there was like one person in line. So, anyways, I really still like Galactic Pinball. I don't get the hate for it. I think it's pretty awesome. So, that was there to check out too from American Pinball. A lot of interesting stuff going on in the pinball world.
Yes, good stuff, man. Nostalgia, anything you'd like to add about AtGames, whether you can say it contractually or not?
We weren't even talking. I thought we were talking about.
I just want to make sure
Elton
we didn't miss
John.
anything.
Do you have anything to disclose, Nostalgia?
Stop it.
What?
Stop
we do disclosures now.
Oh,
Mike, stop it, Mike. Mike, we're such assholes. All right, let's continue on. All right, Mike wants to talk about
console chatter. Let's chat.
console chatter. Get ready, guys. Grab your controllers. Woohoo! All right, Mike, take it away, my friend, so I can kind of nod off here.
Hopefully that'll sell my old Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, see, the dogs are barking.
Can I tell you something? You know how I'm actually trying to sell my Dungeons and Dragons now? It's in the ad. It said Dungeons and Dragons works great. At my price, very reasonable considering when you think about what a piece of shit the Turner Brothers Ninja Eclipse Pinball is at $9,777.
Mike, you are clearly not working hard for a review unit of that.
Wow.
No, I am not.
Wow. Mike wants to transition to a pinball channel.
No. Okay, so
Burning bridges already.
Here we go. We got dogs going off in the background. They're excited because today we got two huge releases. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I'm really trying to say that right. Everybody is saying 9 out of 9, 10 out of 10. The millennials are saying first good game since Super Mario World. And we also had Spider-Man 2. who on the panel went out and did something about that. Carl, you got a PlayStation 5 now. You're a big Spider-Man guy. Did you go pick up the web slinger today?
I did not.
Were you aware that it came out?
I was aware that it was coming out, and I think my next door neighbor got it, so I'll get it. But I bought that PlayStation way late because it was never available, and then I played it 6 times, and it's been sitting there, holding up to one side of my TV. So no, I did not, because I know I won't find time to play it. So I would love to have it, but
summer's over now, Carl. There's no more stuff to do. The leaves
I got to make videos now, man. I got stuff backing up here. Got my, got lots of videos to make now, and that won't be one of them.
What about you, Nostalgia? Did you make your way out to the stores today and grab one of these giant titles that were released today?
No, I didn't. Actually, I didn't even realize that they were both releasing today until I left work. When one of my colleagues was like, "Hey, are you going to go pick these up?" And I was like, I actually didn't even remember that they were coming out today. So no, I didn't. I like the Mario game because I think that this would be a fun game to play with my kid to get her into like a platforming Mario, because she's never played one. And then Spider-Man 2 is just going to have to be one that I pick up, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit. I just don't have the capacity for it in my current schedule to play a game like that.
And see, I'm a little older than you guys. The 3D Mario, I just never got into any 3D Mario, period.
Yeah.
I just never have. Mario Kart, anything that has to do with the 3D Mario. 2D Mario, that's my man.
Oh, that's the jam. They still made a lot of really good 2D Marios too. Like there's a new Super Mario Brothers on the DS that was great. There was a Wii version. The Wii U version was basically Super Mario World 2, which the people from IGN, who are obviously Nostalgia's age, have no clue existed. So, I was a little bit concerned about this. When I first saw it, I'm fine with the wonder powers. I'm fine with the concepts there. Obviously, there's a lot of inspiration being taken from what people did with Mario Maker and Mario Maker 2. That's where some of this stuff comes from. I was a little concerned that the art style and the way it looked was almost a lot like Super Mario Brothers Run, the mobile game.
Yes.
So I'm still holding in thoughts that this isn't Super Mario Brothers Run on the Switch. So hopefully it's just another really good Mario Brothers. Everybody's giving it top scores, so we'll see how it does.
Yeah. Everyone seems pretty hyped about it. Nintendo Prime, Ed Little Pixel, a lot of people out there.
ETA Prime, the official person that Nostalgia tries to copy.
Yep.
That's true.
And Spider-Man 2. What about Spider-Man 2? I haven't been able to check. I already have a big enough backlog. I don't even know.
Oh man, my backlog is nuts. I'm trying to finish Xenoblade Chronicles 3 right now before Wednesday, because I got the games today, but I don't get to play them till Wednesday because they're a gift from my wife for my birthday. Wednesday's my birthday. I want you to love me. Send me cards. Facebook hearts.
But what were your thoughts, Mike, of what you've seen so far of Spider-Man 2 officially being released?
Oh, I'm very happy with it so far. Someone said Spider-Man is a slop. I don't know what that is. But every game in the series has been fantastic. I'm really excited to play this. I loved Miles Morales on the PlayStation 5. Like, I thought it was just beautiful. Excited to see where they go with this Spider-Man universe. Nostalgia, it's going to be hard for you to hear, but no, it won't. You'll like it. Spider-Man probably has the second best rogues gallery in comic history after Batman. So I'm interested to see where they go with some of the characters, some of the bad guys, and what their interpretation is of them in this Spider-Man world. Interested to see what they do with Venom. I know I'm going to immediately be upset because it's not the classic Secret Wars storyline of how the symbiote suit came into being, but we'll see.
Yeah. I heard that this thing had like some pretty quick load times on the Spider-Man 2. Like, you're not watching the circle spin, and we're talking a massive level map. Is that true? Am I wrong?
Yeah, Nostalgia's wife told me he also has some pretty quick load times.
Well, I honestly don't think we can. I don't think we can top that. I don't think we can top that, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I think that's going to put a pin in tonight's episode before we get taken off the air. But guys, it's been Friday. Thanks as always for tuning into the Friday Funhouse with the Super Game Room Dudes, one of your favorite home arcade and gaming podcast shows. As always, we appreciate your support. And don't worry, Mike and I are still friends and have always been friends. Probably won't always be friends, but that's good. All right, Carl, send them on their way, guys. You have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll go play some some Miles Morales Spider-Man this week.
Wait. Hold on. Whoa. Sorry, Carl.
Yes, sir.
Talk about iArcade.
They're done.
Talk about iArcade. He doesn't take it away.
He was in the middle of his thing and you interrupted him. This is my favorite part of the show, Nostalgia. Just shut up.
Because he gets to eat.
There were multiple people who asked about this. So.
All right, Carl. You know what, Carl? Let's get you full screen. You deserve it for Nostalgia.
Why am I so blurry? Breaking news! Breaking news! Do not leave just yet. We have breaking news. iArcade is dead.
There was actually there was a post there the other day I do want to talk about, and as much as people,
What? Oh,
I'm not doing
iArcade is dead.
That was not me either. What happened?
Carl did that. So as much as it's as much as there's people that are happy the iArcade went away that didn't like it, there's people that are disappointed that did like it. Sometimes I think we don't see some of the bad stuff that happens. So one of the developers actually wrote something there the other day that he's out like a couple $1,000 and like he just got confirmation from like the bankruptcy lawyers that he's not going to get paid. I forget which game it was. I think it was, what was that stupid elephant one? They released Detective Brock the Investigator. So that developer put like, really heart-wrenching post up the other day. And like these small developers, man, I mean, it's scratch claw, like working with seedy people like Nostalgia. Like you got to do whatever you can to be successful. And something like that is a major hit. Like not getting paid $3,000-$4,000 could be a devastating shot to that company. So as much as we talk about this stuff and we're making jokes about it, there's some serious effects of this company going out of business too. And it is real shame.
And thanks for bringing the vibe down, Mike.
Also, we're all going to get old and die. Some of us sooner than others.
We'll see you
But
guys
until then, iArcade.